Testing, testing. Hello everyone, it's 12:21 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or New York City time. And sorry for being late. I think I was the starting soon was a little long, and that's simply because I was still ironing out a few things, and I do apologize for not being on stream for Friday. So I had a mental health related thing. Saturday, the Let's Meet episode 3 got canceled because a guest, my guest had to cancel it. So something happened. It was an unforeseen circumstance. Things happen. So we're going to reschedule that, and we don't know which date, so I will announce it on Instagram. And Sunday I was supposed to stream to do the Eternal Con review, but I wasn't able to because I was exhausted. And then Monday I was supposed to do it, but it was due to the fireworks. And I went through a lot. I hate fireworks. So I'm autistic, and I am very sensitive to sound, and these all of a sudden noise like the next morning it was a mess in my neighborhood. It was just the fireworks were non-stop last night for the July 4th holiday. I don't know what these people are dealing with. Alright, so without further ado, we got a lot of stuff to cover, kind of. I'm gonna try to make it as concise as I can. So, but before I talk about the COVID, and I'm actually gonna do a review of Eternal Con and then my rail reports, I have an announcement. So the announcement is coming here as such. Yes. So earlier this morning, I became nominated for being a cosplay ambassador. So I'm a GoAssiCon cosplay ambassador. So GoAssi stands for Geek Out at Staten Island. So I will be there. And on Saturday, August 13th, that's going to be at the Snug Harbor Cultural Center and Botanical Gardens, Staten Island. Alright, so I will go over the transportation for that as we get closer. This will be my third GoAssiCon, and I've been there since 2020. At the time in 2020, we called it Gosh or Goash. It was Geek Out at Snug Harbor, but they changed the name to make it more, just they say, oh, where it is? Where is that con? Oh, it's in Staten Island. And I think one of the first cons. So anyway, but this one is also, I believe, the only outdoor con in New York City, at least. It's very hard to come by, very hard to find outdoor cons, and this is due to a pandemic pivot. So on its first year in 2019, when they came out, it was both inside and outside. Since COVID happened, they've never been canceled. It's one of the very few cons that never got canceled. In person, of course. And this one was a pandemic. It saved me during the pandemic for 2020. It was one of the first cons I went to during the pandemic. And this was on early September, before the vaccines came out. So very happy to be back, not only as an attendee, but I'm also the cosplay ambassador along with a few other people. So for $5 off admission, so use promo code Goldine. So how you order tickets, what you do is you go to goassicon.com. You can go to the Instagram page. There is a link there, and it'll tell you how to order tickets. You just follow through. Or you can go to Eventbrite, and then you can search GoAssiCon, and you can order your tickets there. And on the promo code, just put Goldine before you place the order, and you get your $5 off. And I hope to see you there. Alright, that's that. And I also want to give an honorable mention to the other 4. One of them I'm going to show you is Kim.gif or Miniature Maki. Shout out that you'll see it. Miniature Maki. So I haven't seen her in Twitch in a while. She's also a Filipino cosplayer and Twitch streamer. So please follow her on Instagram. On Instagram it is. Oh, the chat's not showing. That's weird. Huh. What's going on here? I don't know why it's. Let's see here. Twitch chat. Maybe this one? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Sorry. That is so weird. Alright, let me just get another chat here. Maybe this will work. Alright. Instagram kim.gif. It's not working. Why is my chat not working? That is so weird. Alright. Well, alright, anyway, let me see if I can type this one. So, let me insert here. That's so weird. Okay, so we're gonna do a shout out here, and so on Instagram, if you can see it, is that crazy? It's live. So it's on Instagram, it's kim.gif. So we'll follow her. Alright, she's in the middle, right over here. That's her. So on Twitch, it's miniature.maki. There. So yeah, that's her over here. Alright. The next one is, so the other one here, this is Kendra. Kendra Taylor. So she's a POC cosplayer. And then Autumning Rose, if I pronounce it correctly. And another one, so finally, and I'm trying to remember her name. It was over here. It is. Who is it? I keep blanking on. Too Much of an Obsession. So no space. You can follow her on Instagram. Too Much of an Obsession. This is Kim. This is AKA Kenny30. That's Kendra Taylor, and then this is Autumning Rose. I'm sorry, Autumn in Gotham. I'm sorry, Autumn in Gotham. But you'll see in the profile, I believe we'll say Autumn Rose. So just, anyway, stand corrected on it. Okay, so these are the 5, including myself here. We are the Goassi's 2022 cosplay ambassadors. So I'm very excited about that. Next thing, COVID update. Yes, I know we're all tired of COVID. Well, I guess 99% of us. I'm tired of COVID. I still have COVID fatigue. So, the statistics are as of July 5th. So you can see here, July 5th. Positivity rate 13.9%. That is way too high for my standards. Way too high for my standards. Okay, so now the cases 3,586. That's the daily average over the last 7 days. So 7-day case rate per 100,000. 301, about 301 per, a little over 300 every 100,000. That's still too high. I don't like that. Alright, hospitalizations 83. It's going a little bit higher. Actually, well, the numbers are there actually. So it's 83. And 7-day hospitalization rate per 100,000 is 12.5. We want to bring that down below 10. Alright, hospitalizations, we want to bring that as low as we can. So, could be worse. Alright, that's the daily average, is about 5. And thoughts and prayers go out to the friends, loved ones, families, for those who died of who are mourning over deaths for COVID. All right. So, even though we're not in the worst depending, we're not at the peak of the pandemic, we're past the peak for the time being. What I'm hearing is that we could reach a sixth wave. Who's counting? I don't know. I remember we were doing the first wave, second wave, third wave, etc. And how the U.S. deals with this a little different with New York City. All right, so New York City, we probably have, I think, one less wave because I remember 2020 we had two. New York City had two. Usually the Northeast had two waves, but the country as a whole got three waves. There was the initial wave, there was a summer wave, and then there's a fall/winter wave, at least for 2020. So according to New York Times, cases are up almost by 20%. So 90% went up. Hospitalizations up by 14%. And the good news, what I like about it, is deaths are down 30%. And even though that's good news, don't forget that even if you survive COVID, there's still that risk of having long COVID, and some people's severity can vary between individuals for those who are dealing with long COVID. So that's something to watch out for. Is everyone gonna get long COVID? No, and I hope we get less and less people to deal with that. But we're still learning about this, and we're still studying it too. The keeps this thing keeps changing, and you know and it's spreading even faster too. All right, but just keep in mind that the good news is the newer variants tend to be a little bit milder, but the big concern would be for those who are the elderly, the young. The young have a lesser percentage of being vaccinated. Also, those who have pre-existing conditions, as well. As I've said many, many times, if you've seen my stream over and over. Okay. The DOH scrapped the COVID alert system, but it will still say on the website, you'll see on the website that you'll have a high risk of COVID, for example. So right now we're high risk. But they are working on trying to modify how they measure in regards for the COVID alert system. All right, since we're heading into a new chapter of the pandemic, so to speak. We're not at endemic levels yet because we still see pretty big surges. And the world is still dealing with a pandemic because, especially with countries that have lack of basic health care. So, they're still dealing with it. In the New York City area, testing sites the amount of sites are decreasing, and that's not a good thing. Okay, even I'm hearing the hours are getting kind of short, but I can't really verify that. But this is coming from the source I got is from Gothamist. All right, and why would you shut down testing sites as the cases go up? It does not make sense to me. All right, so here. So this is from Gothamist. This is a chart by Betsy Ladyzetz. I can't even pronounce it. So she compiled the data from the New York City Health and Hospitals Center. New York and Hospitals. So this is just the city sites alone. We're not talking about the ones that provide private clinics. So on the week of Valentine's Day, February 14th, you can see here there are so many sites. So about 270 citywide. And then on the week of April 18th, so just 2 months later, the number has dwindled, just almost cut in half. Okay, when it comes to April and June. And then slowly the numbers are going down, but that's a bad thing. We want testing to be accessible to everybody. All right, we don't want to slow the testing down like what Bozo the Clown said. Okay, no, we gotta get everyone tested if they need to, so we can get an accurate picture of what's going on, so we can take steps to prevent the spread. And what's the point of collecting information if the spread is going on and we don't know what's going on, and then everyone's getting sick, and then they're not just telling them, oh, it's not COVID, this and that. It's not right. All right. So it looks like, wait a minute, looks like Manhattan and Brooklyn had a small increase. Interesting. But it's just it's not too noticeable. So between April and June, not much, but you can still see here it's a pretty sizable drop. Okay. And, as BA4, BA5 subvariants, as more cases make up more towards these two subvariants by Omicron subvariants, so it's the more of that, the more it's going to go even higher up, because now it's going to be spreading, and then now it's going to be, since they're not going to know what the result is, they're gonna assume they're a negative, and then they're just going to go do what they need to do, and then they're going to spread it without even knowing it. So that's not a good thing. The next thing is, this is the first in the U.S. So New York City has deployed mobile testing sites. Not all of them, but there are some mobile testing sites that are providing Paxlovid, the anti-COVID pill regimen. So this is a little weird. I don't understand this. So it's readily available. At least that's what I'm hearing. President Biden says, "Oh, it's going to be available in pharmacies." I still can't order Paxlovid as if it's like a regular medication. I can't do that. You have to go through God knows how many hoops, and I've gotten several prescriptions for Paxlovid, and we can't even have access to it. This is ridiculous. Just make it a regular medication, as if it's amoxicillin, or if it's Caflex or Cephalex, and just go about your day. Seriously. Yo, saying hi here with Nikki. Hola, Señor Shelby, ¿cómo estás? Y Kumusta, Nikki, hi. So, anyway, my chat's not working. I don't understand why. This is so weird. Let me edit this. But what is going on? There you are. I was looking for you. So, but I need to fix this chat. Why is my chat not working? This is so weird. Okay, so sorry about that. I gotta go to Streamlabs. I gotta do this. Streamlabs chat box. My chat box is not working. Okay, so let's see if I'm able to fix this. Authorize. Just give me one moment. I'm literally, yes, I know. Oh, so I'm every time I go live, there's always something going on. Always something going on. So weird. Okay, so I need to get I need to update my chat box. That is so weird, because it was working last time, so I don't understand. Twitch. No, I want chat. I want this. Okay. Before you proceed, please read the... Okay, I got it. Alright, let's see if this works. Can we get this source? Can I see my chat, please? Come on. Does it work now? Test. It's still not working. What the f... Alright, I'm gonna start cursing. I can't. This is ridiculous. Okay, so... This is so weird. Alright. Let's see. I can see the chat. I just can't see it on the screen. That is crazy. Okay. Maybe this will work. Test again. It's not appearing. This is this is retarded. This is retarded. I don't. I really don't understand what's going on. Ugh. Why? Anyway. So, when I go into break, I'll find out. Okay, so let me keep going. Alright. So, okay, Shelby, I don't know if you're there, but I think you should see, just as a reminder, that I'm actually a cosplay ambassador now, at least in the local area. So, also, I don't know if you ordered tickets, Nikki. Here's your promo code, okay? So, just type that in before you order the tickets. You get a $5 off, okay? So, just an FYI. Okay, so, the next thing is I'm going to review EternalCon. EternalCon, what I've noticed was that half of my friends went to EternalCon. I went to EternalCon, and then the other half of my friends went to Anime Expo. That includes my mod over there. Okay, so anyway, since the chat's not working, I'm just gonna read exactly what it says. Okay, so it is held at Hofstra University's David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex in Hempstead, New York, of course. And this is in Long Island. It's in its 8th year, and as you can see in the sign over there, it is considered Long Island's largest pop culture event. And I don't know if it's really the case, but this is more of a general nerd convention. Okay, it's like the Long Island version of New York Comic Con. All right, and it's in its 8th year. I believe maybe it began in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, because they had to cancel in 2020. So it seems smaller compared to when I went in 2017, when it was at nearby Nassau Coliseum. So at the time, I didn't have a Twitch back then. In 2017, I was a new cosplayer. I started cosplaying in 2015, Halloween 2015, and how I found out about this con was from one of my college professors. Her daughter is an artist and a vendor, so she illustrates comic books, original of course, and she sells them. All right, so I'm gonna show the pictures about it. So for the con, there is vendors and merch. I believe it's a mix of dealer's room and artist alley, but mostly independent artists. So that's your artist alley right there, and it's both in the first and second floor. So it's usually 2 floors. There's much more floor space in the basement area, and I will show you the pictures. The part over there where the sign is, that's on the basement area. All right, and there are a few panels. Not a lot of panels. Not a lot. I don't see too much diversity with it. And it's held in 2 panel rooms and in the main stage. Of course, there are autographs, which I will show you, and then in the slides following this. And then there's a small gaming area. I mainly only see the tabletop. And then they also had a cosplay contest, which I forgot to send a picture, but but it's there. It was held in the main stage. I'm gonna show you. Okay. So this is when I entered. This is actually the ground floor. That's the first floor. All right. So this complex is used, as they call it, the MAC. All right. This is basically mainly used for basketball games, and I'll show you even more. So this is on the floor. That's the hardwood over there. So this is the first floor. So it creates a ring around it. So this is the first floor of all the merch, and then the much bigger floors on the bottom, which I call the basement. And look at all this. Your autographs are on the side over here, and there's actually one area in the back right here, which I'll talk about in a little bit. This is a picture from the basement, and you can see it's a lot of merch. Look at all those Funko Pops there. One of the great things about this is that there are actually signs, so each room has its own sign and has a schedule for both panel rooms, so you'll see them here. You also see on the website what's taking place for panel room 1, panel room 2. There are 2 panel rooms and plus the main stage. So here, this is behind the main stage, behind the basketball court thing. So this is the area where there's tabletop gaming, and then there's also, these are the only bathrooms you can find in the venue. That's it. And there's a water fountain in each of them, and those are the only water fountains we can find as well. And then there's a food area, concession area, and then you can eat over there. So that's a plus. We like that. All right. Also, this is one of the skinniest Shaggy I've ever seen, but then again, it's in a balloon form, I guess. So I don't know if that's the original Mystery Machine there. So I thought that was interesting. So there it is. So better view of the Mystery Machine van with Scooby-Doo over there. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so the good thing is that it's a big venue, as you can see, lots of merch, and just know that even though this is the largest pop culture event in Long Island, this is nothing compared to Anime Expo. Anime Expo is actually the largest anime con in North America. So, even though this is largest in the region, it looks like a small / medium con, and I feel as though it's smaller compared to the last time I went in 2017 when it was in the Nassau Coliseum, which is actually nearby. It's not that far. It's a long walk, but if you drive, it's just only a few minutes. Okay, so lots of vendors and merch. It is organized, and because it's organized in such a way, it's organized in such a way where it allows for more space for foot traffic as well. So that's great, as you can see with the photos over here. Look at that. So it looks like it's a lot, but there's actually space you can go around in there. So as I said, there's one food area with the tables, and then there's water stations. The panel cons, a little decent, small cons that have less panels. Okay, it's okay, and I showed you just a handful of celebrity signings. I don't even know any of the celebrities except for that one of the wrestlers that I think his last name is Azar. I forgot his name, but he was there. Not too crazy guests. There's no Jason David Frank. I didn't see any. Those really big popular ones. But hey, if they're happy to see him, okay, great. All right, so let's get to the bad. There's no mask mandate. All right, but then again, it's Long Island. What do you expect? Okay, given the cases going up, especially it's gonna be if it's indoors, and then if you're in areas where you're in close contact, you gotta wear a mask. But most people did not wear a mask. And I do have to confess, on Sunday, the day 2 of the con, when I was Gojo, there were some cases where I just had to remove my mask inside. I'm sorry, because here between the ears and my head, I could not fit a lot of things. I was wearing a wig, I was wearing the blindfolds, I was sometimes wearing my glasses. I almost lost my glasses at the con because I took it out and I put it in my pocket, and sometimes I was afraid it fell out of my pocket. And in addition to that, to make things worse, a mask. So my ears, this one between the ear and the head, I had 4 different things being there, and then my ears couldn't handle all that, and it hurts. All right, so lack security. So if you, the only security is, oh, you have a wristband, you can go in. Boom, just like that. Brooklyn Comic Con, the last con I went to, they had to check your bags. Holy moly. And with the shootings that's going on here, with the violence that's going on, security is really, really important at this time. I didn't see any, I'm surprised. I didn't really see elevators in that venue. And it's 2 floors. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I didn't see any elevators. Should put some elevators, especially since not everyone's able to walk under 2 feet, or you know, there's some disability, or you know, if their legs hurt or whatnot. Okay. The other thing is that there are no con maps. The closest map I can find, and I'm not even able to upload this to my computer from my phone, is the map of the David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex, but it's only if the seats, those bleacher seats, are extended, but they were pushed back. So there's no way of knowing, you know, how it goes. But a map is really, yeah, most cons forget this. You gotta draw a map. You gotta have a, you know, there's no map of Artist Alley or Dealer's Room, for no map for the like where the vendors are. I don't see, you know, the, you know, maps for this first floor, second floor, and you know, and all that. Need to have some maps. Very important. Okay. But there is signage. That's a good thing. At least there are signs that tell you where the bathroom is, where to get the food, where the panel rooms are. It's not a lot of it, but you know, a little bit's better than nothing. Okay, a lot of cons don't do very well in those things in general, especially with the signage. Public transit's not as good, so getting there, I took in Long Island Railroad because the not so nice buses, that's their bus system in Nassau County, that's where Eternal Con is. The buses suck. They suck balls. Okay, and they don't run very frequently, so you might as well sometimes just get a cab, you know, Uber or Lyft from a Long Island Railroad station. Also, Long Island Railroad also does, especially on weekends, does not run often either, even on a good day. So just just plan accordingly, okay? And even though Google Maps is a good resource, please don't put all your eggs in one basket. You gotta use other sites too, and you have to, such as the MTA website, so you can track down the Long Island Railroad schedule, the real-time information of when trains will be arriving or departing at such station. And also for nice buses, you can actually track the buses. You just go to nicebus.com and then just go to click on where's my bus, and you select the bus you want to take a look at. So Google Maps will tell you different ways to do it, but you really, really have to dig deep to make sure you find the route that's best for you. Just be prepared to walk a lot. Alright, so, and I only see 1 pair of restrooms. So it's only in the bottom floor. The top floor, no, there isn't any. There aren't any. Okay, panel room 2, which is upstairs. So this is panel room 2. Alright, the problem with this is that there is no protection from outside noise. And the same goes to the main stage, which looks almost exactly the same. The only difference is that in the background is the logo, with all being a repeated logo wallpaper of Eternal Con, and it's on the other side of the first floor. So you know, and the screen is very small too, so it needs to have a separate room, just like panel room 1. Panel room 1, which I went to, was well protected as long as you close the door. Alright. Panelists not consistent with planned schedules, so some went overtime the maximum to time to do a panel is only 50 minutes, and then there's a 10-minute gap in between to get to facilitate the transitioning and to get the next panelist or panelists getting ready to set up and do its panel or presentation. And also food and drink is expensive. So this is what I saw, and I find this pretty suspicious. So on Saturday, what I found here is the prices, and it doesn't seem to be complete. So I guess candy is free. I don't know. So there's $3 for churro, $4 for hot dog, $6 for chicken fingers. It's actually not $6. It's actually higher. I'm gonna tell you on the next slide. All right, a hamburger is $5, cheeseburger is $6. Again, not the right price. You'll find out soon enough. But this is on a Saturday. That's what I thought these prices were. This one, I just realized. I don't know why they put zeros in here, so I guess the soda is free. But on Sunday, all the numbers are taken out. Look, it's 0, 0. So did all the food become free? That's too good to be true. Of course not. Okay, we have inflation and the gas prices are high, and just compare the prices. A hot dog says it's so this is the correct price. Hot dog is $5 originally, so I think most of them went up by $1 or so. So hamburger $6, it's $5 here. $7 for cheeseburger, $7 for chicken fingers, and these portion sizes are pretty small based on what I'm seeing here. Nachos are $5. I didn't see what the size is. I'm pretty sure it's like only this size. The fries was only this size, I believe. And of course they're not gonna just fill it up. Okay, because everything's expensive now. Okay, the churro, I think the price did not change for a churro. It's still $3. Okay, beautiful. Okay, but I still don't understand a $5 hot dog. That doesn't really make sense to me. Alright, and if you want to make a combo, if you want to add fries and fountain drink, that's another $8. You know what? Just go. You know those halal trucks or something like that. So you get a chicken over rice platter or lamb over rice platter. I'll be honest with you. I get those that are $7, and the portion sizes are much bigger compared to what I'm seeing here. So, very disappointing here. Can't believe it. Alright. Also, there's also one thing, by the way, later this week I'm going to do the Instagram version of the review for EternalCon, so the review will be much more detailed, but this is just a gist of what you're going to see on Instagram. But there is one thing I wanted to add. This will be added in text form for Instagram, but I did receive a note from one of the staff members. So this person wants to keep themselves anonymous, just for safety reasons, of course. So what I saw here is that morning, it was a Sunday morning, second in command snapped at the staff member, and the staff member told because the staff member told another staff member that there was a shortage of volunteers, and this staff member felt, didn't feel respected or whatnot, and I quote, we were treated like objects, which I understand was wrong, and I'll never talk to him again unless he approaches me. And the staff member said that the second in command confronted him, and he complained, but there's more. So this person was being let go. So the staff member was let go because the staff member was missing 1 hour because a volunteer relieved me, the staff member said, but without confirmation, so I could take my break. And they weren't truthful with the staff member. At least that's what the person was telling me. And the real reason was because I confronted one of the guys. Uh, the staff member continued. And the staff member said, I'm lied to. So there was like some cover up, and the staff member doesn't want to be lied to. Well, who does? You know? And I'm going to quote this, so trigger warning, there's curses. I hate lying, and that is shitty business. That's the quote. Exact quote right on my notes over here. And also she can. Well, this staff member continued. I was freezing my legs off. I don't want to have anything to do with that guy ever again. Shit ton of people were down with the celebrities, while those of us who were upstairs had barely anyone to relieve us. I needed not to feel the cold anymore. What happens if I went to the hospital and had pneumonia? Do you expect to ask my parents to pay for the medical bills? And then so the staff member tried to complain to the higher ups, and then the higher ups didn't do anything. And according to the staff member, they told the staff member, the second in command told the staff member that he had important things to do, which was, and I quote from the staff member, shit. So, wow. And I don't really know the staff too much. I don't know how it goes behind the scenes. But, when I do the reviews, I try to be as unbiased as I can, and I try to be as open and try to collect as much information as I can. The thing is, it's more with coming from the attendee's point of view. So, I can always get staff feedback and see what's going on, but I want to see. I want to give it to when I share this information about a con. The goal of it is to inform people whether it's to inform people and it's to provide information so people can make an informed decision on whether to go to the con or not. Of course, giving evidence and all that stuff, like what I'm doing right now. That's why I take the pictures. I should have taken more pictures though. I gotta work on that. I should have taken a picture of the main stage. I think I did, but I forgot to upload it. And then I forgot to take a picture of the inside of panel room 1, which was a perfect panel because you can actually shut the doors and you can actually concentrate and pay attention, as opposed with the other two places, the panel room 2 and the main stage, because you're exposed to the outside noise. So I really feel bad for the staff member, and and also in addition to that, those people knew or also worked for Garden State Comic Fest, so they banned the staff member from going there. But I told the staff member, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, just in the future, just please be careful in general, alright, because people are not understanding anymore, people are not empathetic anymore, people are not very open-minded anymore, people are a little bit more selfish, so, it's tough. I wish more people are more understanding, but this is, not what we're doing. It's not the reality we're dealing with now. People are just they're just so many jerks now, so to speak, and it's crazy. Anyway, so that's just the summary of my review. Later this week, so it's gonna be a little delayed for my Instagram version because I've been very busy. I'm gonna it will come to Instagram. Don't worry. I promise. Okay, it's just I have to get things together, but this is just the gist of it for Eternal Con. It's overall it's a chill con. It's not the best con, all right, but not too overwhelming. But it's a big relief. It's very refreshing compared to Brooklyn Comic Con. You know, at least the bathrooms are cleaner. That's why I didn't take pictures of it. I will be right back for that rail report. Alright, I am back. Oops, my bad. We'll get to that one. So, here we go. I'm gonna move this up here. Can I see it? No. PowerPoint. No, not that. There we go. We have to talk about this one first. So, this one has started in July 1st at 9:45 p.m. I was supposed to talk about this on Friday, but I had a mental health episode on Friday. So, now, this is this is one of two projects, two main projects. This one is more of it's a tougher one out of the two projects I'll talk about in a bit. So this one here is with the J and Z train. So there is no, so continuously there's no J train between 121st Street and Jamaica Center, and Z train is suspended altogether. And this will be happening through, it says September 2022. Let's assume it's going to be late September 2022 because MTA is slow as hell. All right. So so for those who are not familiar with it, I'm going to give you a little bit of a refresher. Okay, so so what happens is, instead of the J train will not go past 121st Street. It's that 121st Street will be the last stop. So if you want to get into Jamaica Center or Sutphin Boulevard, Archer Avenue, JFK, what you're going to do is you're going to take a Q56 or a free J99 bus. That's a shuttle bus. That'll take you to Jamaica Van Wyck, and then you have to do all that walking to get to the E train. So that's kind of the, if you want to stick to the J train. Now, if you still want to go to the airport, just take the anxiety train. The problem with the anxiety train is you have to pick the right anxiety train, and the service to JFK is the headways are much longer, so the trains are less frequent compared to as opposed to Rockaway Boulevard before the anxiety train split into two branches. All right, now. So the next, so I'm going to talk about this more. So there, because of the Z trains taken out, there's no skip stop service. Anyway, I don't see what the point of the Z train. I think they should take it out. But there will still be peak express trains between Marcy Avenue, and I'm going to actually show you this if I'm able to. All right, so let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. So see this down here. So this here, with this one is for peak over here. Now, even though the Z train will be taken out, morning rush, the J train will be express between Myrtle and Marcy. So morning rush, and an evening rush, it's gonna go express on the other way around. All right. So I just want to give you a heads up there. Okay, so now there are other options as well. So you see all these little dots here. I could put this here. These little dots here, those are other buses that you can connect to. See all these? The only problem with these buses is that they take their sweet ass time. So, and they're not always frequent. Depending on the bus that you're gonna take, the trains tend to be a little bit more reliable than the buses. Or the subway trains. Long Island Railroad, the scheduling is a little off, but there is some cross honoring. Yes, hello again. So I'm doing the subway part. Alright, so I know you've been lurking there somewhere. Alright, so now I just got back to work tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. You just got back to San Jose, I think. That's and I need to leave SoCal tomorrow. Oh wait, no, you're still in SoCal. Okay, got it. All right, so this is the subway here. This is just because there's a reconstruction project, so they had to replace the concrete. So this one is about 30-something years old, over 30 years old. So they have to replace the concrete, and they're doing track replacement as well. All right, so The next thing I'll talk about is that Long Island Railroad will be cross honoring, so it will be at the following stations. It'll be Atlantic Terminal, which is actually a little bit off, but it's all the way to the western part. So Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. So Nostrand Avenue, that is a few blocks south of the Anxiety train station at Nostrand Avenue as well. East New York, which you can see here. Jamaica. Hollis. What else after Hollis? Queens Village, St. Albans, Locust Manor, Laurelton, and Rosedale. So those are the stations on the Long Island Railroad. You just bring your MetroCard, show your MetroCard, it gets cross honored, and you don't pay those Long Island Railroad fares. Sorry. All right. So anyway, that's the details for this ongoing project. So again, no J train east of 121st Street, so no J train between 121st and Jamaica Center. There's no Z trains altogether. You have to use the J99 bus between 121st Street, the J99, or that's free, or Q56, whichever. And then that's between 121st Street and Jamaica Van Wyck. Q56 also stops along there, but it's on Jamaica Avenue, alright, which is a block north of Archer Avenue. That's where the E train is, in this section over here. Alright, so let's get back to the map. So let's start with the ongoing. Alright. If I can get that in. So we're going to go to the D train. So this is also ongoing. This is the other project. So I'm not going to go too much into detail, but for weekdays, there's no rush hour D train. So all this one here, taken out, because they're doing a project on to rehabilitate about, I think it's 9 stations. Yeah, 9 stations. Especially this Norwood 205th Street station. This one's a little dirty as... Oh, Lord, dude. One of my friends in here are making me nervous because the dude that is supposed to take me back is currently working. I need to leave as early as 7 a.m. like I'm going to LAX. Holy moly. So, didn't you take a Flix bus before? Or when you went there from San Jose to LA? I don't know I know there is a train that goes from LA to San Jose, but I think that's Amtrak if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if it's the most reliable, to be honest with you. So, wow, I'm so sorry about that. Do you have to go to work tomorrow, or... Anyway. Sorry. Okay, the Flix bus is downtown, and I am in Costa Mesa. Let's see. Oh boy. So, you're gonna need to... Wow. It says here you said you're in downtown, which is 1 hour away from each other. So I guess you get the Flix bus at the Union Station in LA, I think? I'm not 100% sure. Union Station, Los Angeles. Okay, this one. Wow. By car, it's, 40 miles. Damn. That's crazy. Wow. Let's see here. Let me see this. And wow, you have to take like God knows how many buses. The dude is constant. Mm. Constantly late at times. Wow. I hope you don't get in trouble when you come home late, when you come back to San Jose. Anyway, so let that be a lesson. Always try to have a backup plan, so to speak. Okay. Anyway, so the next thing is, and this one is an ongoing thing. So some of the southbound 5 trains will actually go on the 2 line. I'm going to show you here. So it's from 149th Street Grand Concourse, and then it's going to go either to Rector Street and turn back up, or it's going to continue on the 2 train, and it's going to go to Utica Avenue. Local. So next thing is northbound D train. So 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So northbound D skips 182, 183rd Streets. Next thing is, that's during midday and it's ongoing. Okay, so northbound F skips Avenue U. Okay, that's during the midday hours, 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then also nighttime with the Anxiety train, southbound A and C is local between 59th Street and West 4th Street, and it's going to go on the F between West 4th Street and J Street. Also, northbound D train stops at 135th Street, whereas northbound A and C trains express between 125th Street and 168th Street, but it'll stop at 145th. Next thing on the Q, there's no Q trains between Atlantic Avenue and Prospect Park. You take a bus, they'll connect in between. Also, Tuesday to Friday, and this is during the daytime, eastbound A trains is express, it skips 104th and 111th Streets. Okay, but I just hope I make it home safely, because Kuya, Reggie, and Paulina need that from me. So do I. You can add Kuya Dean to that too. Okay, so anyway, that's the ongoing for the subways. We're gonna get to the nighttime one here, and this is still going on with the PATH trains. So it's gonna this PATH trains will skip 9th Street and 23rd Street, both directions. The other thing is for New Jersey Transit. Oops, my bad. We're gonna go to this. So between Summit and Gladstone, a bus will replace train service here. Okay, now the rail report is kind of easy, so it's gonna be pretty quick. Here's your daytime one. This is generally around 9:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for July 5th to the 8th. There might be some changes with the timing, but just be prepared for that. Okay, so westbound 7 train is express between Willets Point and 74th Street Broadway. It will make a stop on Junction Boulevard. The next thing is the B and Q trains, and the northbound B and Q trains is local between Kings Highway and Prospect Park. Excuse me. On the other hand, southbound B and Q trains express between Prospect Park and Kings Highway, but it'll make stops on Church and Avenue and Newport Plaza. The next thing is eastbound J&M trains is expressed between Essex right here. So eastbound J&M trains express between Essex Street and Myrtle Avenue Broadway. In MTA.info, you'll see between Marcy Avenue and Myrtle Avenue Broadway. The problem is that Marcy Avenue does not have a free crossover transfer. All right, you would have to pay another fare just to go the other direction, unless of course you have an unlimited Metro card. All All right, so just a heads up on that, or else you would have to use bus service along Broadway to fill in the gaps for these stations here. Next thing is on the N train. This is actually only for Tuesday. Actually, this was actually an error here. So this one is 7/5. Okay, so only on Tuesday. So this one, so it's probably over by now. So this, yeah. So it's probably over. But just in case, if in case that happens, there might be shuttle buses replacing N trains between 86th Street and Coney Island Stillwell Avenue. If that is over already, you can disregard this advisory. Okay, let's get to the nighttime. The southbound 1, 2, and 3 trains is local between 72nd Street over here and 14th Street. The 3 train, I keep that in mind. There's something a little bit different with the 3 train at nighttime. So 1, 2, and 3 trains will in both directions will stop at 86th Street and 79th Street. All right, there is no 3 train south of 34th Street, but that starts 10:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. All the other advisories tend to start around 9:30 p.m. and then ends at 5 a.m. the next morning. So when you see it on the rail report when I posted on Instagram, this is more of a simplified view of it, so you can get the information fast. Just know that anything can change at any time, for whatever reason it is. Okay, so next thing, the D train is going to be acting weird. So D is local via the A train, southbound rather, between 59th Street and West 4th Street. So between West 4th Street and Coney Island Stillwell Avenue, the D and the F trains are gonna switch tracks, which is weird. And they do this like every other year for some reason. I don't know why. So F train will actually go local on the D line. And of course the D train is going to go local on the F line. So they're going to switch spots. In addition to that, the D train will be going on the F between West 4th Street and 34th Street. So it's going to go local. And then after that, it's going to continue on its regular route northbound. Next thing is the G train. There is no G train whatsoever at night. So you're going to have to use the shuttle bus that runs between Port Square, and then after Hoyt Skirmahorn is going to go to J Street, and then you have to transfer to either a D or an F, whichever comes first, I guess, and it'll serve these stations over here, the remaining of the G train stations. Next thing is northbound N train. Over here is on the D line between Stillwell Avenue and 36th Street. So if you want to make the transfers, you're going to go either at 62nd / New Utrecht or 36th Street. And then you can backtrack your way. Also, northbound N and Q trains are express in Manhattan between Canal Street and 57th Street, 7th Avenue. But it'll make stops on 14th Street, 34th Street, and that's right, at 42nd Street. All right, and that's the rail report. I have to go to sleep. It's 1:31 as of right now. All right. Someday I'm actually going to go over the general pattern for the subway, but I don't know when. If I have enough time in one of the streams, I will go over it, so you get an idea of what the subway would behave if everything goes according to plan. I have the summary for that. There is a route information on the mta.info website, but it's a shit ton of information. Oops, don't ban me, please. But I don't know what to say. It's just a lot of information, a lot to look at. It's a lot to squint your eyes. But I give you the summary so you can use the information very fast. Alright, let's see who am I gonna raid. Who am I gonna raid? Who is online right now? Okay. Junipat's there. Yeah, let's do it. Raid Junipat. Alright. Well, it's not showing up on the... Oh well, so... Anyway, I forgot to introduce these co-hosts. These little plushies over here. Anyway, so I actually got a Tanjiro now, so... Anyway. And... I hope you all enjoyed Twitch stream. For those who stopped by, such as DJ Nicky Zev and Senor Shelby, muchas gracias. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are gonna help me get to affiliation and get my Giyu emotes. Okay, so in the words of you, DJ Nicky Zem, I hope you all stay healthy and safe, as always. Even with all these shootings going on and the viruses, and these two viruses, it's really important to stay healthy and safe and to take care of one another. Y en las palabras de Doctora Ana Maria Polo, he dicho, boom! Transmisión cerrada. Alright, I'll see you Friday, God willing. Peace.